Hey everyone, I'm Tyler with HAAS Stainless, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the basic principles of cable railing. We post a ton of really helpful cable railing tutorials here on our YouTube channel, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Cable railing is an alternative form of fall protection used in place of traditional wood or metal balusters. Cable railing systems consist of several tensioned stainless steel cables that are suspended between the post and a handrail. Many choose cable railing over traditional fall protection systems for their decks or staircases due to its minimalism, updated aesthetics, and it typically being more cost-effective than traditional railing options. Basically, if you're looking for a minimalistic, low-maintenance, and cost-effective option for your balustrade, cable railing is an excellent choice. When installing a cable railing system, it's really important to consider the type of post and handrails where the cable railing will be installed. Cable railing can be adapted to many new or existing post and handrail constructions, whether it be all wood post, metal post, or a combination of the two. Whatever type of post and handrail construction you're installing cable railing on, you will always have these parts of the system to consider. Termination post refer to either the end or corner posts that each end of your cable will attach to, intermediate posts that support the cable over the distance that it's traveling, and the top rail or handrail, which is required for any deck or staircase. Apart from your post and handrails, a cable railing system is of course composed of cable and components. So first, let's talk about the cable. The two most common cable diameters are 1/8 and 3/16. Choosing between the two is really based on how you would like your system to look. 1/8 inch cable is the most minimal option. It's great for residential applications and does an awesome job of exposing your view. 3/16 inch offers a more substantial industrial type look and is popular for both residential and commercial applications. Apart from cable diameter, cable construction is something that you'll run across. The industry standard cable construction for cable railing is 1/19 since it cuts cleanly and is a very straight running, low stretch cable. You'll notice in a lot of our videos that we use the word component to refer to the different parts that connect to each end of the cable. So the first component that we're going to talk about is an end stop. The end stop's job is to secure one end of the cable at a termination post. Opposite of the end stop, you have tensioners. These components tighten the cables. End stops and tensioners both come in through post and lag styles and will each be used for specific post scenarios. If you'd like to learn more about these types of components, check out our cable railing component overview videos where we go a little deeper on through post and lag styles. The last component we'll talk about is wood post protectors. Wood post protectors are primarily used in your intermediate post and sometimes termination post. They're designed to give your system a finished look, and they also protect your post from cable abrasion. While they are optional, we strongly recommend including them into your design to keep your railing looking great for years to come. You might be asking yourself, how do all of these components connect to my cable? While the wood post protectors simply slide onto your cable during installation, the tensioning and end stop fittings will be permanently connecting to each end of the cable through a process called swaging, which is basically a fancy word for crimping. Swaging your tensioning and end stop fittings is done so with a tool called a swager. For more information about swaging, you can check out our video on how to swage cable rail fittings, which is linked in the description below. A cable railing system is made up of one or more segments called cable runs. Each run will consist of rows of tension cables that are secured at one end by end stops and tensioned at the other end by tensioners. In most cases, only one side of the run will need tensioners. It's easy to forget that cable rail systems are not continuous. A cable rail system will be broken into runs by factors like 90-degree corners, obstructions like walls or columns, or runs that span more than 75 feet. There are, however, exceptions to these factors in special cases. If you're currently planning out a cable railing system and you're feeling a little bit stumped, click on the link in our description below to schedule a free consultation with our team of cable railing experts. When planning out a cable railing system, one of the first things that you'll need to do is identify the different types of cable runs that you have. A straight cable run is a type of run where your cable and components will be running straight or perpendicular to both your termination and intermediate post. Angled cable runs are typically found on a staircase where your cable and components will be running at a consistent angle from one termination post to another. The last run that we're going to talk about is a transitionary run, meaning that the run starts off at one angle and changes angles at an intermediate post between your termination post. A transitionary run can transition at a horizontal angle like this octagonal deck, or transition vertically like this staircase with a landing. Being able to identify each of these runs in your project will be the first step in planning out your own custom cable railing system. At HAAS Stainless, we designed and manufacture two different cable railing systems in-house, the HAAS REVO system and the HAAS AXIS system. We're here to help walk you through the ins and outs of installing your own cable railing system. So for more information, you can check out our website, which is linked in the description below, and by also subscribing to our channel. If you'd like to learn more about the HAAS Stainless REVO and AXIS cable railing systems, then click on the link that you see here, and if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a like. I'm Tyler with HAAS Stainless. Thanks for watching.